Hello, collective. I am Juanica, also known as Miss Astrology, and this is your cosmic insight for the week of April 11th through April 17th. So that's Monday the 11th through next Sunday the 17th. So before I get into the week ahead, I do want to let everyone know that Cosmically Lit classes are here for the month of April. We will have on the 16th, Astrology 101, Getting to Know the Planets. On the 23rd, we'll have Astrology 101, but this one is Birth Chart Basics. And then on the 30th will be Tarot Talk, which is an introduction to tarot. So each of these classes is live. They're from noon to 2 o'clock on Saturday. If you cannot make it, there will be a recording available. I'm super excited to present this content to you. This is really beginner's level. And one thing that I can say when it comes to learning astrology, you want to learn from every resource that you can. Any book that piques your interest, any YouTube channel, any certification course, any astrologer, any group, all of it. You want to submerge yourself in the information, and then you want to make your own predictions and observations and journal some things. So this is a basic course, entry level, and they're going to be really good. So cosmicallylit.com, or there's going to be some kind of link however you're watching this. So I got that going on. Also, I'm really looking to consult with business owners and individuals who are really making some major changes in their life and want to consult with me on a regular basis, not just with the astrology, of course, that and the tarot, as well as mindset, spirituality, physical health, just all of that overall. So if you're interested in that, DM me or email me, get in touch with me and let me know. Look for the full moon gathering coming up on this Friday, the 15th, me and Yogi Sophie. This is our once a month donation-based event where we honor, and this month is the Libra full moon. And we have sound, we have journal and journal prompting, we have breath work and meditation, we have the astrology lesson. Sophie is an amazing sound healer, so we get the singing bowls and some ritual work. We work with candles and those kind of things. So this is something, and it's donation based, so cosmicallylit.com or somewhere, wherever you're getting this email, or this video, there is a way. So, okay. And then of course my calendar is open for private sessions, for individual readings, one-on-one readings. So, all right, let's jump in. We go into this week with the moon in the sign of Leo, and this is good energy. We should feel good going into it. But I have to be honest, I do feel like Aries season has really brought up some issues, and I've been saying that this is very healing energy, and we're really there. We're really feeling that. And I gave this week's theme a shift in energy. The ball is rolling. And what I mean by that is some things have come up. We are addressing some things. We're facing some issues. We're dealing with some things that are uncomfortable. We've had things brought to our face. We've been snapped on from people. We've done some snapping. Like, there's been things that have been coming up. And so the energy and the energy dynamic has shifted. But now we're ready to take that information, specifically with this Jupiter and Neptune conjunction. This is very once in a lifetime energy for Jupiter and Neptune to conjunct in their home sign of Pisces, which is very healing energy, very much about faith and belief and endings of cycles as well. So this is really an opportunity to bring an ending of something that just is no longer in alignment with our belief systems, that is hindering our healing, hindering our spiritual ascension, hindering our creativity and our creative processes, which Pisces is a very creative, dreamy kind of sign, very forgiving. And so seems to be an area of our life where we want to forgive. We want to bring this chapter to an end. We want to bring this to a close, but it is not easy. Another reason that I say, and I know that this is not easy as I look at the chart, because Jupiter and Neptune are making this conjunction in Pisces, which in itself is actually beautiful energy. And like I said, very healing. It's just coming from a place of secrets and maybe trauma and darkness and really hidden places. And I say this because it is actually in an exact trine. I'm sorry, an exact trine with the South Node that's in Scorpio, and an exact sextile with the North Node that is in Taurus. And so the nodes are considered the nodes of destiny. And with the North Node, this is in astrology, in the astronomy, and this is something that we'll cover in the Astrology 101 more in depth, and you'll be able to ask more questions. But in the astronomy, the nodes are just points, they're locations where the sun and the moon would cross each other's path on the ecliptic. And so with this energy is very faded, it's very cosmic in igniting our purpose. It is in alignment with the eclipses. When you get an eclipse, it includes the nodes. It's with the sun and the moon are coming into this alignment on the ecliptic. So they're not anything that you actually see. They're actually a mathematical, more of the astronomy of astrology. The astrological significance of the nodes is the North Node is where we as a collective are now headed. Our individual North Nodes is where the North Node was in our birth chart, our natal North Node is really where our soul has agreed to pursue that lesson, pursue that direction, pursue that destiny in this lifetime. So as a collective, we're more North Node in Taurus. Taurus is a very practical, valuable, resourceful earth sign that likes nice and steady, but likes high quality and deep value, that understands how its own gifts even are resources and resourceful. Taurus knows the neighborhood, knows, who does what, knows how to barter and trade, knows high quality and nice silks. That's the thing. Taurus is sensual. And I had a comment on one of my posts recently where somebody was asking about the nodes. I made a post about the nodes, and she was asking, so does this mean that they're going to shun sexuality and, sexiness? And that's more Scorpio energy. Scorpio is more seductive and sexual. And this is the South Node is in this placement right now. Scorpio has this hidden power, these hidden secrets and, trauma and just deep things that really need to be brought to the surface because they allow transformation, they allow empowerment, they allow people to rise up and truly be themselves. So it's necessary. It can be scary, but it's necessary. It's that deep part, the underworld, the esoteric, intuitive knowledge that we all have the ability to tap into, and that some of us more than others need to tap into during this time. So this is really powerful stuff. It's going to feel strong. It's going to feel intense. But what we have to keep our focus on and keep our mind on and keep our awareness on is this is very healing. This is very intuitive. This is very much tapping into our faith and our belief. And depending where this energy plays out in your chart, you really want to lean into the healing part of it and really how you can use this as an ascension or to bring out a hidden part of yourself or expose even a part of yourself. So also this week, that's one of the main things, and that's happening on the 12th. Also this week, Mercury moves into the sign of Taurus. And so this is also, Mercury likes being in an earth sign. It wants to make plans. It wants to really examine what the next path is, what our resources are, where the value is, what are our tools, what are our abilities, what do we have? That's very Taurus energy. Taurus's key word is I have. And so Mercury ruling our communication, our thought processes, how we acclimate information into our daily life and our daily rituals, this is a really good time to put a plan together and really see a path forward in being more resourceful and thinking about the things that Taurus also represents. It represents money and finance. It also represents food and those kind of resources. It also represents your personal gifts, your personal abilities and attributes to the collective, whatever it is that you're naturally able to do. Remember, the moon is exalted in Taurus. So some of us are just naturally more nurturing in certain departments, or some of us are naturally better understand math and finances and the financial system. This is the time to tap into that we are naturally good at and put a plan in place to really move forward with that and make that happen. Now, Mars goes into Pisces on the 14th. So we could very well find ourselves with a change in energy. This is, Mars doesn't really want to be in a water sign. Mars much rather be in an earth sign or a fire sign. It's exalted in the sign of Capricorn and rules Aries and loves to be like in Leo and Sagittarius, where it can take its passion and its excitement and can move forward with that energy. So we very well could be finding a shift in our energy levels. Pisces is the dreamer, and we have already so much Pisces energy, and even Venus is in Pisces. And so we already have so much Pisces energy going on that to get Mars here, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a change in our energy levels and how we're approaching things and doing things. So just have some grace with yourself. Think like a Pisces, think creative, think swimming in the water, think dancing, thinking musical instruments or creating or expressing in some kind of way like that. Be mindful that you very well could be sleepy, specifically if you have any of these Pisces, Scorpio, even Cancer placements right in that 24 degrees, because that's a trine. And the earth signs might see it. I think the earth signs would actually do really well right now with Mercury and Taurus, and actually, really working on that plan, really working on that project, really, working on what the next steps are. And right now, I think that the fire signs are going to be the ones that see a change in their energy and a change in the action that they're taking. These are the ones that need to get involved in dance and water sports and to keep that momentum going that Aries season offered. Also, with Mercury now in Taurus, fire signs, this is a really good time for you guys or us to really think about what we've been so excited about during Aries season and what we really felt like we can do, and really put a plan to this. Some good opportunities have the potential to show up for us during Taurus season. And so we really want to be ready. We really want to have our plan together, our presentation together. We really want to know who to tap into and how to get certain things done. So that's really important for something for us to work on. And then we have that full moon that's happening on the 16th, which is Friday. Well, it's actually happening, the 16th, which is at Saturday morning. It's at 2:55. So if you come into the class, the Astrology 101, I will give some tips on how to really tap in more to that moon, or you can join Sophie and I for the full moon gathering on the 15th. It's donation based, and of course we'll have a ritual and those kind of things. But this Libra full moon, I really do think that this is for Libras, and this is giving Libra that courage that they need to really stand up for themselves. The cardinal signs are going to feel it the most, so that's Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer. They're really going to feel this full moon the most. And this full moon is going to be at 26 degrees of the sun in Aries and the moon in Libra. And so this is still pouring a certain amount of energy into everything that we have going on at 24 degrees of Pisces, and then also with the nodes at 24 degrees. And Saturn is in Aquarius at 22 degrees. It's actually making a square to the nodes. This is really a time for us to be focused on what matters most, what matters overall, what is the direction. Where do we really see ourselves? Where do we really desire healing and transformation and to move on from hurt and trauma and darkness? Where do we really desire to tap more into our intuition, our inner knowing, esoteric subjects? Some of us have really been desiring tarot, Reiki and energy work. Our intuition is really strong. Palm reading, astrology, all of those kind of taboo subjects. These things are coming back to the light. And what I was saying earlier with the Taurus energy, with this, the nodes being in Taurus, we're moving into a direction of things that are just more sensually valuable. They appeal to our senses. They appeal to our heart. They appeal to our mind. They appeal to our sense of touch and taste and smell. And they just overall feel good to our body in a sensual, valuable, resourceful way. I hope that makes sense. This is not the easiest of transit activity. However, real transformation isn't easy. Real change takes work. It's scary. It's dark. It's alone. It's a lot of times your worst nightmares coming to light for you to face. But we are going to be okay. Healing is there for us. Ascension, love, valuable lessons are there for us. This full moon is offering us an opportunity to release any contracts. Maybe this is soul contracts. Maybe this is mindset contracts. Libra is an air sign. This is the opportunity to release contracts, to release partnerships, relationships. This is public enemies. Maybe this is the opportunity to heal public feuds and to see public apologies, people coming together, because we're understanding the power of healing and the power of forgiveness and the power of faith. Now, I'm not saying everybody needs to be brought back into your life as a part of forgiveness. I'm not suggesting that at all. However, you know who needs to come back into your life. You know who deserves an apology. You know what relationship was actually valuable to you that deserves the opportunity to heal, the opportunity to be addressed, the opportunity to be acknowledged. And my sister asked me once, what is up with everybody wanting an apology and needing an apology? And I told her, an apology is an acknowledgement. And oftentimes an acknowledgement is the first part of the healing process. Even in Christianity, it's repent, right? You got to repent. You got to let it be known that you messed up. And so there are some of us that need to extend an apology, and you know who you are. And this is the time to do that, to restore that and bring back that level of completion. Pisces is the 12th sign. It is about completion. It is about ending. It is about being done with that cycle. And that is what Jupiter and Neptune and Venus and even Mars, it's like Mars is calming us down somewhat so that we're able to not be so feisty and fiery. Okay. Oh, we had two. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups reversed. I'll take those two. The Knight of Swords, I think this is about conversations that need to be had or have been had. And, maybe they upset us. The Knight of Swords is reversed, but we know they needed to be had. The High Priestess is here. We know they needed to be had. These conversations needed to be had. The Seven of Pentacles, even if you didn't like the outcome of it right away, even if you didn't like the outcome, even if it didn't bear the fruits that you expected. Okay, the Hermit is reversed. You had to go back and think about that, right? You had to go back and think about what was said or how you felt about that situation. The Nine of Wands is also reversed. There's nothing else to fight about, though. Why are we still fighting? There's nothing else. And last but not least, the Four of Cups. I said last but not least because that's 7 cards. And 7 cards is what I'm going to pull right now. The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Pentacles start us off. I think this card is like something was said. You know, the Knight of Swords, the Swords. This is air sign. This is a conversation. These are words out of your mouth. He's got his sword sticking straight up. So these were sharp words. These are things that maybe you didn't necessarily mean to say because it came back in a way that was kind of hurtful, right? It's like this knight is charging straight ahead and the swords are air signs. And if you join me for Tarot Talk, you get a better understanding of this. And maybe it was meant to come from a good place with this being on the white horse, but it just was delivered wrong and it just was received wrong as well. It's like it stopped the horse. It slowed down the horse and it actually hurt some feelings. With this Knight of Cups being reversed, you can tell right here anyways that she's sad. And also with the Seven of Pentacles over here, I can tell that this wasn't the outcome that you were expecting for this conversation. So you had to check your own feelings on this. You really need to. The High Priestess is next. You probably need to talk to somebody about this and see, did you go about the situation wrong? Did you handle this wrong? Maybe somebody came to you with some information and you rejected and handled it wrong. And you done sent somebody else back and hurt their feelings. And you didn't mean to do that, but you need to check in with yourself. You need to check in with your higher self or check in with somebody that you trust as a higher self and get information there, because ultimately this wasn't the outcome that anybody wanted. They were looking for an outcome. We were looking for an outcome in this. But as you can tell here, there's things that we're growing that are trying to be manifested and are trying to be had and are trying to grow up. But it's not happening in the right way. She's not content. She's got her arms crossed. She's got her legs crossed. She's not happy. But there's still abundance all around. So things are happening. Things are producing. But still there's not content here. And I think it's because the conversation is just not being had in the right way. Like the conversation, the way that it's being had. And then that's why the Hermit shows up like, now you're going to have to go back into yourself. I think the Hermit in this is saying, now this is something you need to check on within yourself. Whether you're the one that said the conversation or had the words to say that came back to bite you in the ass that you need to really go and think about, or are you the one that rejected a conversation and you hurt somebody's feelings and that came back to like put a stop in the healing process? Somebody was trying to talk to you and you shut it down. Or were you trying to talk to somebody in a way that didn't work? You got to go. The Hermit is saying you better go back and think about that one again. Like, okay, let's wait. Look, she's draped in this gray cloth. She's going within on her own. And putting this computer down is an indication of checking out, getting off of social media, not talking to too many people right now and just going back inwards and seeing, was I really causing a fight? The Nine of Wands is reversed. Do I see how what I did, what I said, how I rejected information? Do I see how that caused a fight? This is what you're going to look for, how you actually caused a fight. This card is reversed, so I feel like the person that you rejected the information, you know, the High Priestess, like, what it is. Either you rejected the information or how somebody was trying to talk to you, or you delivered it in a way that was entirely too feisty. Either way, this caused a fight. But don't worry about that. Get over it. Get over your feelings with the Four of Cups here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about how it should have went, how they could have responded, what you should have said. Don't worry about that. The Four of Cups, this is at Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. This is at Venus in Pisces. This is Mars going into Pisces. Pisces is a cup. It's a water sign. This is very much energy about get over it. Let's heal. Let's move on. Let's move forward. The energy is flowing. The ball is rolling, right? That's what I said, right? What did I say? I said a shift in energy. The ball is rolling. That's what it is with the Knight of Swords. And you were coming to shift the energy, but something didn't happen. Either it wasn't received the right way or it wasn't delivered the right way. Either way, somebody's feelings were hurt. But you need to put your feelings aside and seek wise counsel. Okay, let me start off with the story. Either you delivered or rejected the delivery of the information. Okay, somebody's feelings were hurt. Your feelings were hurt, or you hurt somebody's feelings because of the way the information was handled, the words were handled, the communication was handled. This is something for you to go seek wise counsel about how you handled it. Don't make this decision on your own. This isn't because guess what? When you're doing things, you're trying to have these conversations on your own. It's not giving you the producing the fruit that you're hoping to see. This isn't satisfactory for you. And you're seeing such great things happen in your life and you want to share it and you want to be able to communicate, but you really need to speak to somebody that's wiser and that's likely non-biased in this situation. And then you need to go inward with that information and really process it yourself by yourself. Give yourself some alone time. This full moon is really good for that. Give yourself some alone time, because ultimately we know we want to stop fighting, and ultimately we need to see how it is that sometimes we're causing fights, either with the way that we communicate or with the way that we reject how others communicate. So we need to examine how we're starting fights. Aries loves to start fights, okay? This is Aries season. So this is about us really going inwards and saying, what am I doing that's starting a fight? And after we realize that, get over it. Get the apology out of the way. Say what needs to be said so the healing process can begin. These 3 cups in the foreground are the wrong thing to worry about. The cup that is being handed by spirit, the clouds and the white are spirituality. That is the gift. That is the blessing. That is the opportunity that Jupiter and Neptune and Venus and Mars and Pisces are offering. The healing, the completion of a cycle so that a new cycle can begin that really ignites that I am energy of Aries. So we're on our way. The sun is there. Mercury has already moved through Aries. Like, we're on our way with this energy, but we really got to tap into what our faults are and, how we can heal from that. Also, again, Saturn involved in this, Saturn in Aquarius, this is restrictive energy. This is really about growing up. And this is really about being mature and being disciplined in all of this. And seeing how sometimes we can be a rebel without a cause. We can cause fights for no reason instead of allowing people to be their individual and unique selves, instead of realizing and understanding that everyone has a place where they fit in perfectly. And acknowledging that and honoring that in each and every one of us. We are all one. We are all part of one. And so this is about getting over yourself and actually more so being proud of who you are as an individual and how your uniqueness fits in and how you can be your individual self and allow everybody else to be their individual self, and everybody can fit in and it could be a beautiful thing. So, okay. I hope that helps. I hope this week you've gotten some cosmic insight. You understand how to flow with this energy. I hope you will join me for an upcoming class or a full moon gathering. Or if you know someone who is looking to consult on a professional, an entrepreneur, a business level, please connect them with me. But also if you're looking for an individual reading, and something I'm getting a lot more of recently are child birth chart readings, and I absolutely love doing those. So if you're interested in getting your child's birth chart read, please tap the link in my bio or cosmicallylit.com or in the link in the description or wherever in this email. But the best way really is cosmicallylit.com. That's the website. So thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all. I hope you have a great week. And until next time, peace.